Let me get rid of this little window technica we had. Oh, that was you. Sorry. That was you already. Okay. So we hear now from Sam Chapman from The Flow. Sam, over to you, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Sam Chapman from The Flow. We are a company that specialises in the monitoring of vehicles as they move for understanding risk, pollution, impact to infrastructure, and a whole variety of other scenarios, primarily for the insurance industry. We have a strong background in research projects, including Horizon projects previously. What we're looking for at the moment is projects in particular around the areas of safety validation, autonomous vehicles, and aspects where the data from on-road behaviour and usage becomes useful in terms of understanding risk. We're keen to engage with OEMs, AV, autonomous vehicle firms, simulation testing partners, regulators and agents involved in autonomous vehicles and ADAS technologies. The call list at the top isn't the only call in this area. We are interested in wider than just this one. And we bring strong experience in terms of high impact and dissemination in particular around commercialization of research, where we've had a very strong track record across a range of projects previously. We're global leaders in mobility data capture and its analytics for a whole variety of different purposes, and we seek to bring that into partnerships. We're keen to be involved in partners whereby they would have a organizational capacity to help build a project. We are okay to run a project, but we would prefer to be a large cluster manager rather than the whole project itself. So managing one of the particular use case regions rather than actually the entire project. However, we can debate that with anyone that has an interest in the capabilities that we have and bring into these sorts of projects. That's it from me.
That's great. Thank you very much, Sam. The next speaker is Hugh McKenzie from Trojan Energy. Hugh, are you here?
Hello, can you?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. All right, so thank you, everyone. So yes, we've developed a technology which is on-street charging technology, which is useful for the optimized smart EV charging and VTG flexibility in mass deployment conditions. Long title, but that call. And essentially, this is a charger which is flat and flush to the pavement, and the user has a lance which they use to access it. And it basically means it's discrete on-street charging, where when the user is not using it, there's not posts clogging up the streets. And this allows you to do mass deployment on street. And we're about to install 150 of these in Brent and Camden and London over the next few months. So this is the base charging technology, but the top image there is the what we call our doorstep unit, which is a single unit. Typically, the other unit's 15 that go back to one grid connection, and we use cloud software to change the preferences and how much power goes to each car. But this is a single unit tied back to somebody's house, and this is one that we believe will be useful for the vehicle to grid. So we're looking for companies that have vehicle to grid experience, some of the software, some of the hardware, and working with them, working with local authorities in Europe, and working with even European charge point operators to look at this project of how we optimize the smart charging and especially the vehicle to grid side of this technology, and how we get that working in the market as a whole in Europe. So essentially, yeah, it's taking this technology and allowing it to do more with smart charging vehicle grid. So any partners that are interested, please get in contact. There's my details there, and we look forward to speaking to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Hugh. And next up is Maria Pregnolato from the University of Bristol. Maria, are you here in the breakout room? Doesn't look like Maria is here. Let me just check. No, Nuria is not here, and Arnon, I don't think hasn't joined us yet either. As I said, those presentations which weren't presented today, we will include them in the pack if you're allowed to share them, obviously. And you may also find the networking card of those presenters. So there's still plenty of time to catch up with them afterwards. But for now, I'd like to move on to Christoph Odenbreit from the University of Luxembourg.
Yes. Hello, Viola. Do you have also these following slides or only
Yes,
one slide?
I have 4 slides, I think.
Okay, fine. Yes.
Yeah.
It concerns Odenbreit from University of Luxembourg, ArcelorMittal share, and we research on steel and steel composite structures. And this concerns really directly the construction sector and circular economy. And the idea is that we don't reuse waste material, but close the loop earlier with reusing elements. Could you go to the next slide? Yes, and this is, for example, one element where we see we have beams. We have on the left side we have beams. We have slab elements, and also on the right side dismountable connections and highly tolerant connections, so that you can make it Lego-like. Could you go to the next slide? Yes, and in combination with a certain grid, we can then reuse our elements in 10, 20 or 30 years later, because everything is standardized. Could you go one? Next slide, yes. This is a small view of what we investigated at university, and for future, we are now looking for partners. Could you go to the last slide? Still one further. Yes, these are the Lego-like standardized elements. And for future, we are, and still one slide to 42. So yes, and we are looking for partners which can occupy generally with these digital twins, inserting into BIM, and especially also occupying this, looking what is the benefit on carbon emissions if we use standardized reusable elements. Thanks.
That's great. Perfect on time. Thanks, Christoph. So now we have Viljus Portapas from the University of the West of England in Bristol. Viljus, are you here?
Yes, I am, Leola. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Over to you.
Yeah, so what we are interested in cluster 5 topic, next generation digital aircraft transformation and design, manufacturing, integration, and maintenance. What we are proposing, we would like to be whether a partner or a coordinator of the project. And what we are proposing is the framework based on digital twins, both prototype and instance, that would cover overall life cycle of aircraft, design, use, manufacturing, and then retirement of the aircraft. We have a little bit of experience in Innovate UK Dock-to-Dock project, so that's part of UK RI Future Flight Challenge, where we are developing the digital twin of electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. UV Bristol itself has been part of many European projects. I just took a look a couple of minutes ago. It says 72 projects. So as a university, we can manage the projects as well as be partners of. We have a new building which would enable us to develop digital technologies for the aerospace engineering sector. We also have Bristol Robotics Lab, which is the largest academic center for multidisciplinary robotics research in the UK. We have both undergraduate and postgraduate students, quite hands-on students, so we shouldn't have a problem with respect to the workload that we would have. And what we are looking in particular is the maintenance organization, or anybody who could forward us to the maintenance organization to drive the commercial engineering interest. because that call has a topic about maintenance and currently have no contact on that, and expertise in airworthiness and flight testing to advance their certification through simulation. So as of the current Innovate UK project, we are in talks with UK CAA about the certification through digital twins and through simulations. So if you know anyone, or you can forward this message, or you want to be with us in the consortium, let me know. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks, Viljus. And I think you are hosting a breakout room as well. Is that right?
Yes, I am.
Brilliant.
Yes.
So if anybody would like to talk to Viljus in more detail, please take note. And then very shortly, you will be able to join his breakout room as well. So Miguel Mendez from the Universidad de Zaragoza, are you online, Miguel? Let me have a quick look. Doesn't look like Miguel is online. So again, that pitch will be included when we send out the collated pitch decks afterwards. He had a few slides. Is Aida in the room from the Valencian Research Institute for Artificial Intelligence? I think
hello.
I did. Oh, hello, excellent. I did see you.
Hi,
welcome.
good afternoon,
Over to you,
everyone. Well, thanks a lot again for this offer. And well, if you've been all the days here with us, you already know me. I am Aida here, project manager for BRAIN. That is the Valencian Research Institute for Artificial Intelligence. We are more than 100 members, and we research and study all areas of artificial intelligence. Here today, I'm presenting you an offer for a couple of calls in the Horizon program related with mobility. Well, we are actually running a couple of projects in the area of mobility and last mile transport, which is one of our main research areas. But here in particular, we would like to maybe coordinate or be partners for these calls. You can see here, the first one is more efficient and effective multimodal freight transport nodes to increase flexibility, service visibility, and reduce the overage cost of freight transport. And the second one is the new delivery methods and business or operating models to bring the last mile and optimize road transport. Well, our main idea or the things we can offer, you can see them in the objectives of the project. And it will be to try to explore the possibilities offered by the current ICT for creating intelligence mobility services that meet three basic requirements. The first one is it must satisfy the transport and mobility needs of citizens as well as public and private actors. It must provide citizens with mobility at any time and to anywhere, as demanded by the current lifestyle. Secondly, it must reduce the cost associated with mobility, and especially we reduce emissions and there be increased welfare in urban environment. The increase in pollution in large cities is a problem for both health and well-being of citizens and for the climate. And in third place, it must take efficient use of limited resources in terms of both infrastructures, road lanes, parking, etc., and transport means. We offer alternative route management by HoloLink multi-agent system for automatic traffic planning, automatic traffic management and distributed environment, simulation, twin models, automatic negotiation, and logistic optimization. As I said, we have large experience in mobility research and with top-level researchers. And well, you can find here my details for any more information. Thanks a lot.
That's great. Thanks a lot, Aida. So, and we come to Zillow and Barak Sas. Barak, are you online?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Hi, and I am.
hear you very nice and clear.
Thank you. And I'm the very last presenter, I believe. So hi, nice meeting you. Zillow is the smart bus platform for organizations. That means that we take care of organizations' commute. Organizations can be corporates such as Amazon, Ocado, McLaren, or can be educational institutes such as schools. We are a UK SME. Our core abilities are a routing algorithm, a proprietary routing algorithm, a mobile driver and rider app to service the routes that we construct, and the operational expertise that has to do with commuting people. And when I say commuting, I mean with mass transportation vehicles, so mostly coaches or large vans. That is what we do here in the UK, US, and South Africa. What are we looking for? We're looking to build a solution that can take people out of single occupancy vehicles and give greater access to employment to individuals. To do that, we understand that our commuting service as it is not enough, and we are looking to build a package that has corporate mobility as a service solution, so mass transportation vehicles, e-bikes, car sharing / pooling, a solution for leisure time, so for the times you are not in work and in need of a vehicle, and then wrap it up all with a rider incentive program, which we are in touch with, that helps municipalities and companies incentive people to give up and eventually to eliminate the use of the second vehicle that households have. That is the idea, bundling a large number of mobility services that tackle specifically the commute problem and even more specifically areas with poor transportation solutions. We bring in, as I said, the routing algorithm and that has to do with the bus commute platform and the on-ground operational leadership. We also have a rider incentive partner. We are looking for corporate mass solutions, e-bike solutions, car sharing or pooling, really depends on which country you are. That's when you hop a ride with a co-employer in his car, that's what I mean, but also a car sharing, a rent per hour solution for the leisure time, and academic knowledge to wrap it all together. That's the consortium that we are trying to build, and if it is of any interest, please reach me out here or just on LinkedIn. Thank you very much.
That's great. Thanks, Barak. And you're also in a breakout room later, huh?
Yes.
Excellent. Right. So one of the pitches went missing. So I'd like to bring in Juan Triata. And Juan, I'm just getting here we go. Getting your pitch off. Apologies for that.
Thank you.
I found it. I just need to now see that I can share it properly. Here we go. Here we go. Let's have a look. That looks good. Excellent. So that's it, Juan, huh?
Yes.
So please, over to you.
Thank you very much, Viola. I'm Juan Triata. I'm here today representing ICANCIL, which stands for International Center of Advanced Materials and Raw Materials in Castilla y León, which is a region of Spain. ICANCIL is a private research foundation. It was founded in 2008 with the support of the main industries of our region and also our regional government. We are a competence center in raw materials. We participate in several EU-funded research projects as partners, as for example, Tarantula, Mireu, and so on, and also as coordinators as the recently started InnoSup project that is called Mind the Gap, which is supporting SMEs on the raw material sectors. We are also EIT raw material project partners, so we participate also in EIT a raw materials project, and also members of different platforms of different technology platforms in Europe. we promoted Iberian Sustainable Mining Cluster, which is an association of more than 60 different institutions and SMEs across the raw material sector, mining companies, but also engineering companies and companies that provide services to the mining sector. This brings us a really reliable connection with the mining industry and the raw material reality and the status of the industry, and that makes Icantil a unique partner for environmental, climate and energy raw material projects in Europe. We are experiencing raw material recovery, supply chain analysis, criticality assessment, and land reclamation. So, for example, mining sites restoration. And we are willing to participate in this topic, which is going beyond the mining site reclamation. So we would like to collaborate with other partners, other potential partners across EU and also UK on building a proposal for this call. We offer our expertise in land restoration, and we offer a different pilot sites for study and demonstration of the actions, and that's mainly. We are also participating in other and interested in other calls across Cluster 4, Cluster 5, and Cluster 6. But today, just wanted to pitch about this specific topic. Please do not hesitate to contact me at the address below. Thank you very much, Viola.
That's great. Thank you very much, Juan. Right. So that brings us to the end of our pitching session. Just a very quick check that the presenters we missed haven't turned up yet, but I don't think they have. So that's it from our pitching session. So, and the next, whatever it takes in our previous events, we finished at 3 o'clock, 3:30. So however long conversations are still going on in the breakout rooms, we can be flexible and leave the rooms open. But now you have a chance in virtual breakout rooms to go and talk to the presenters and explore collaboration opportunities in a bit more detail with those that were of interest to you. And just as a quick reminder, let me bring that presentation up. We have too many presentations here going. And just to remind you how that works with the virtual roundtables. So as I mentioned before, we would have loved, obviously, to meet you all in a face-to-face event. So imagine the virtual roundtables to be like tables in a room where you can walk from table to table, sit down and talk to different delegates and pitch presenters that were of interest to you. So you can join more than one breakout room, so you can move around. Please make sure you have your video on and obviously unmute yourself, introduce yourself, exchange contact details, explore collaboration opportunities. So it's really for you. There's no formal agenda. It's absolutely a platform for you now to connect, to go and talk to each other and make the most of this virtual networking opportunity. My colleague Jess, myself and Jane, we will be mostly in the main room. So if you drop out or if you have any questions, then please do come back to us and we can always help. Just a reminder who is available in the breakout rooms, and hopefully you took a note who was of interest to you. But even if the delegates you wanted to see are not in a breakout room, we created 5 additional unlabeled rooms, virtual rooms, that you can use as required. So if you met somebody via the chat and would like to talk to 2 or 3 different delegates you connected with today and have a separate room, just let us know, or just join the same breakout room further down on the list, which is free, and you can have your separate discussion in there. let's move on here. So just a reminder, you have, remember, hopefully the breakout room symbol at the bottom of your screen. You click on that, and now you will see a long list of different rooms. We put C5 or C6 in front of the organization name and the presenter name. So hopefully that helps you to navigate your way around and to find the people that are of interest to you. Again, you can join by hovering over the number to the right of the breakout room and just click on join, and you will be in there. You can leave the breakout room anytime. I mentioned before that we will be joined by a few more colleagues from KTN, Dana, who is our knowledge transfer manager for synthetic biology, and Matt Moss, I think, who listened to all the pitches here in the background, who is our knowledge transfer manager for maritime transport. We also still have our colleagues from the National Contact Point team here with us, Louise and Catherine. I'm not sure, Louise, Catherine, if you wanted to, and Helen, if you wanted to say hi, and Stephen, I think, is also still here, Stephen Alexander, the National Contact Point for Financial and Legal Issues. So if you wanted to grab any of the National Contact Point colleagues and have a one-to-one, just drop some line in the chat or unmute yourself, so nothing is recorded. It's all really very informal.
Hi, yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Can you place me in my room, please?
Let's have a look. I need to stop share. That's Aida. Let me see more. Hang on. I think I can. You had problems.
No, the button doesn't appear
button isn't
at
there.
all.
Yeah, I learned it's a browser. I think it's a browser issue with certain browsers. But I found you, and I can put you in your room now.
Okay, thank you.
So, and if all the presenters that made themselves available for breakout rooms could join their breakout room now, so that other people can come and talk to them.
Leola, there is none for University of the West of England. You can't see in the list.
Can't see that one. Right, I'm sorry. Let me just see whether I can rename one of the breakout rooms for you.
Thank you.
So I think I can't rename a room for you. But Viljus, if you go into spare room number 1.
Okay, thank you.
I'll just ask my colleague Jess whether she can rename that room for you. Yeah, spare room number 1, if you could go into there. Thank you. So is everybody else okay with how the afternoon is going to work? So I just wanted to mention as well, during our events on Monday and Thursday last week, we had people coming back to the cluster breakout room or staying in the cluster breakout room and just introducing themselves in a bigger group here, having a chat with the national contact points. That could also be a good starting point if you wanted to switch on your cameras and just have a bit of an introductory roundtable discussion here before you move around. That's also absolutely fine. Do unmute yourself and ask any questions you may have. I'm just seeing, yeah, there's lots going on already in the different breakout rooms, which is good to see. As I mentioned, this is really, oh yeah, Irene, I just saw that now. No, I think Irene has managed to find her breakout room. Oh, Matt, thank